Hello, hello, welcome again to the trial of Prosecutor Hatchard. Well, to Iris, but we are doing the prosecutor thingy. Well, we're the prosecutor, we defend it. Well, you know what I mean. Oh my Mr. Loris feels that way about me. Apparently he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is not time to be embarrassed! Oh, I'm sorry. Edward. Anyway, I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing. Worry not. Really? You are... Okay, I guess. Whatever. I mean... Yeah. Worry not. In any case, whatever it was, he saw on the night of the incident. Mark my words. We'll drag it out of him. Does that mean Mr. Lorry is a witness today? Rather than a witness, is the total... fool. No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand. Sister Bikini. Can you have seen the very scene in which you carry out the crime? I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Mr. Liz the Oxney, correct? That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well, then. Mr. Edward? Yes? You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed? Don't worry. I made necessary arrangements. I'm far more capable than that idiot. I see, Iris. It's a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now I am defense attorney. The defense attorney's job is to believe in people and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. Miss Edward, I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself. Whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been trusted. Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hatakura. The defense is ready, Your Honor? The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be saved for the prosecution, in this case. Indeed. It's not sure that such a blunt waste of our court's time. An empty prosecutor chairs can only mean that the prosecutor has not confidence in their ability to prove their case. We'll see if this case is already over before you had a chance to begin. That was easy! I'm ready to announce my verdict this time. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
Kama? The prosecution stands ready. And you are? Franziska von Kama, prosecution prodigy. Von Kama, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Kama. Even though he's in prison, he has quite a legend. Legends are a thing of the past, and von Kama, that's all. Upon special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, huh? Did Edward call her? By the way, Mr. Edward? Yes, Your Honor? I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or I'm just imagining things. You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Miss von Kama, do you have anything to say? There is no such weakling as these men among those of prosecutor's office. There isn't? But I'm sure once before in this courtroom. I told you there is not such weakling. What is that, a whip? I'm not sure I care for much thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip at...
Hold it!
I have no objection to the whip. You don't? The prosecutor can wield a whip or drink 70 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand to here to prove today. Did Edward call her? This promised to be interesting, Miss Edward. I had expected to face a Phoenix Wright here today. Oh no. She did. But looking at you now. Maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Now, Edward, I will not allow this chance to crush your sleep through my fingers. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic? I don't even know what histrionic means. Allow me to add the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Yeah. Good luck with that shit. The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor. Very well, Miss von Kama. Please give an outline of this case, with as little whipping as possible. The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Alice Doxenium. Oh damn. How do you stab her with that? Her body was found in the Hazaka temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword is in this picture. The weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the court scene, of the crime scene. Court scene. Okay. There's no mistake. She was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness for her crime. Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. Is it bad? And so it begins. My first and last trial as the defense attorney. I'm not sure if it will be the last. Witness, state your name and occupation, please. Hold on there. I'm not sure about being not sure. If I cared not for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, I was like, nice and straight. So like 1 inch. There are a few milk crates in the defense lobby for our back pain black witnesses. Back pain black witness? They drink milk? Will they actually solve it? Are you free check rate for this poor lady, please? Once again, your name and occupation, please. Below me, well, I'm head down of Hazakura Temple, Regal Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. To all disappointment of any male fantasy. The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lecher in their hearts should leave the sanctuary at once. You want me to leave? No need to get your bikinis in the twist. Let me tell you, I'm sorry to behold in summer. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way my dear little Iris could do anything like that. Let us hear what you have to say, then. First, tell us about what the hell? About your own movements the night. Are you Canadian? About? Boat? Tonight I was helping an alcolyte with her training in the temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act violently. I left Iris to help the alcolyte and returned to Hazakura temple. There's no bath at the temple, you see, and I need a long hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it. The crime. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura temple. Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been so much pain, I would have stayed in the temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There's only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you are not about to fall at the first hurdle now, you Mr. Edward. Mr. Edward, please begin your cross-examination. Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a lovable character. Bikini. Objection! I like how when she jumps, it's the cheek that she moves. It moves. Witnesses have to undergo their own trial, I'm afraid. The defense favors rest on their powers of observation and memory, after all. Well. Don't worry, I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head of Honcho of Hazakura Temple. In that case, Miss Honcho, I'll allow you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go in the temple at all. No, she said that? The defense or a witness who is more likely to lie. What was that? Oh, shit. Sorry. Just, I hear like an explosion. The defense is simply lying to cover her back. Okay. But that is completely logical. You say so? The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple will make for a much better alibi. But it's odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she will lie. She does indeed have an honest eye. All people lie. That is my belief. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means we must call your memory into question. Dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play the gag game, do you? Well, that isn't exactly what My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter. Okay. Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, huh? Mr. Adler, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me more decisive evidence. Yeah. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone will do the trick. Then please add your two comments about boot Iris onto the testimony. Did he actually meant to do this? I thought at the beginning it was just some misclick or a misinput, as I like to say. As a return to cross-examination. A misinput. Oh, fuck off. Fudge that. Witness, let's get to this thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct? Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing I'll have you to know. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Where do you have that? That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I have you to know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness has seen the defendant as she claims, then the eyes she was should have been missing this very hood. Well, not bad feeling exposing her I agree with that. Now I understand I have to look the bright face every time it does it. The problem is that this is going too smoothly, if you understand what I mean. Realistically, the game is a fucking mess. It's like, fuck! You mean that thing? No, you that thing, baby. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them. Let's see, stockpile, a surplus of hoods. Fisher is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that are his own. Then this is quite strange. Ah! If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There's no contradiction here. I'm sorry to break these to Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as these will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness? While I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple. The seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. What contradictory? Did you actually say that? Contradictory stimulation. Sounds something nasty. I don't know. Contradictory stimulation. Edward, oh my god, chill. I finished my bath around 11 and I told I should return to the inner temple. As I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and... Here it was... Oh, Mystic Alice. Here is one Mystic Alice, and with that sword of all things... Mystic Alice was staying in the corner room, which faces out on the courtyard. The stab I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. I was like, YOLO! You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then I would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Adrian in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Oh well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. I will look at the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edward. Calling everyone by their full name, huh? Can you do something about that habit of yours? Interesting.
Objection!
Impressive logic, that is like to say anyway. Oh, please. My brain is something else, especially in winter. However, I think you're overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you also become kind to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report? Why? The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. Ah! That's right, it says after death right here. The scene of the witness claim to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go and take a 10-foot fall? Order! The victim was killed and fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room, don't you agree? That is the logical conclusion? Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room, and she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below. Were there any signs of struggle in Miss Deluxe's room? She was stabbed with a sword that will leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Kammer, was there any blood? What? No traces of blood were found in the victim's room. Your will just cause traces of blood to be found on my glorious display of bed. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim would have... I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware. But when a stab wound produces the most blood, when it produces the most blood, very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blading surgeon. If you want to talk about when the most blood will be lost from a body, then it will be when the blade is removed. You saw the fucking sword, it's a Shinshi sword. Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acted like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still on the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. Perfectly reasonable line of thinking. We have a command. We have to come to a conclusion. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all the contradictions. Order. I must admit this is a probable version of events. I expect no less from Franziska von Kammer. She allocates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Your also position on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please. Remain standing on the grate. And don't go selling me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. With the whip? Oh boy. Alright. Oh boy. Cross-examining. When I looked across, the scene of the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mystic Amy was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. Okay. This all confirms Miss Von Kammer's theory. Von Kammer strives for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing more. You should know that, Miles Edward. Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska Von Kammer. And I'm here to teach you just that. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right, someone had splatter on Iris too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. Her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well? Huh? That seemed quite conclusive to me. What should I do to test this further? Yes. Going back to your previous statement, you say that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed, but now you say you saw the victim bleeding. Well, I say that I saw it was what I saw. What do you see? I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as a day. Pulling the sword out? Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like a came out. Witness, you will add this testament to your testimony. Oh, was that important? More important than you can imagine. This big ass sword.
Objection!
Since the beginning, you are a reliable witness. At least I like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound like tough I'm a liar. But you are a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Jeez. What contradicts are you talking about? Contradicts. In the scene that witnesses claim to have seen, the weapon was thrust up the hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain. Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it will be possible to start someone to the hill with this? No matter how it look, that defendant. She doesn't appear strong enough for that. Doesn't appear. What does it mean, those people? I too may appear too weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep should I choose. The objection stands! I wept a little back there, I must admit. Damn it. This isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at the braces on it, and it certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. And also I have the problem with the amount of bleeding. It's true that when the blade is left in the body, it acts as a plug of swords. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound wouldn't be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. That's nothing more than conjecture. Actually not. The design of such swords usually makes them more reliable in killing someone for blood loss. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a chinchishito. There are swords or blades designed like this. They're actually like, if I'm not wrong, similarly designed, not identical. They are like illegal because it will create almost definitely death by blood loss. Even a weapon of this type. It still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop blood. I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction. You still got more? This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust into all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? Huh. If it was written, it's telling the truth. Then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. Oh my god, it went automatically, they didn't even need to pinpoint it, I love it. Bravo, Miles Edward. Raising these many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other terms I know could maybe manage one instead. But what does this all mean? I prove a contradiction regarding to the murder weapon, but when I come to this far, there can only be one answer. And that is... the weapon used to kill the victim was not a Shinchi-Shito. What? Foolish idea born from a foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool. Let's examine this again. What was made us think this sword was the murder weapon? Well, it was Miss Amy was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that's the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That's what influenced us. It will answer us to believe that Shinchi was the one murdered. Ora. So maybe the Shinchi-Shito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edward. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defender stab the victim with a sword-like object. That's true. Your response, Miss Edward? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question he raises. The obvious question? Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Because without saying that the police searched the main hole in the surroundings area, perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found? That's... answer the question, Miss Von Karma! No evidence of that kind was found. Huh. Another mystery to throw on the pile. Trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Excuse me. Could I say something? I just remember something actually. That is, sister? Oh, just thinking, is it possible that just maybe what actually happened was just over there? What exactly are you going on a boot here? The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Well then, the river, you mean? I think we need to hear testimony from one or more times. Impossible! Else, what else could this woman have seen? So much shot. I saw the murder at around 11 PM, and after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to go to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw its weapon into the Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that, as she can drive a snowmobile. After all... Poor Iris. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best shape. What with my bag and my age, you know? Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here's a photograph. Cool. Noble Mile, huh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. There's only one track. The tracks begin in the front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusk Bridge. That solved all your pesky little problem, huh? The Eagle River current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it a perfect place to dispose the murder weapon. You should really go to the river to dispose the murder weapon? Miss Edward, your cross-examination, please. Hermite's photograph proves something. It proves that that snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accept the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if that the witness says true, then why is there only one set of tracks? What do you mean? Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow, those from heading out the breach and those from coming back. Ah, you're right! Wooden track is so perfect. You're forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. In 5 minutes. It removes your pressure contradiction now, doesn't it? I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. What do you have to say, Miles Edgeworth? To flaunt the theory? His idea to snowfall covering the set is flawless. There is a contradiction. The tracks to the rear were covered by snow, what a nice theory. However, Miss Von Kammer, that is impossible. Would you care to explain? Why did the rude index finger currently pointing my general direction? No need, the evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of the murder, killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Also claim Miss Von Kammer. Miss Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary. Evidence that outgoing tracks were not covered by the snow. Before.
Take that!
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after the time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. This is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started at fall at 7 PM, but it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the assistant witnessed the crime at 11 PM, the snow had already stopped falling. It is possible for any tracks made after the time you have been covered up. Order, order. Very well then. Looks like Miss Von Kammer's claims has been snowed in. Ah! It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you rely on the weather of all things. Wait, what? You try to do the same. Where did all this hypocrisy come from? Answer me this then. When is weather report ever correct? When is a weather report ever correct? Ah, no. You got all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Yeah? Forecast data or weather reports have some weaknesses. There's still been snow in the vicinity well past 11 PM. Oh, it's true. We cannot be totally sure. How did she pull that off? Yes, if it had stopped at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place, you need to provide conclusive evidence of this. Gone this far, there's no turning back. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, man. Well done. Where is your evidence that it's already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Because she will be covered of snow. Ultimately, it comes down to one point, that being whether or not it was snowing in the courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. She will be covered in snow, because it will be so much snow that we'll be able to cover the tracks, right? If we want to know whether it was snow or not, this photo will tell us everything. Because if we go back and forth, it will take around, I don't know. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of a crime scene. Covered in snow, right? As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception, and that is the victim herself, Miss Alice Tuxonium. Or is there no snow on top? The answer is simple. It has stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder, then in this photograph there should be two sets of tracks. Hold up. Yeah. Just what are you suggesting, my Cedric? To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading to Dusky Bridge. At the time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were raised by the snow. And when the person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, return tracks remained. So around 10:50. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defender had it. The key was found in her room after the murder, which can only mean that night Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on these points some more when I get the chance. The snowmobile can cross the suspension bridge, right? So she must have left into the Hazakara side of the bridge cross on the foot. Okay. That sounds right. But what saw this when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple? I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. Must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate, this double building. And all what I saw, it was covered in snow too. But that is impossible! Order, Nicole. What does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? Wasn't taken by the defender when she went to the inner temple. Could that have been that the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate? Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause such much trouble. So if someone else used that. I think we'll learn all we can do from this witness. Yes, I have nothing more to add. I told you everything that I know. But that still leave us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify to having seen this snowmobile. A witness, huh? Was there no one walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only Anita will go out wondering on that. Unless they had something really important to do. That's a shame. Hold on. Only an idiot? Something's coming to me. An idiot may very well go wandering out that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if she saw it or not, but there are two things about him that do come to mind, which are, first, that he saw something credible on the night of the murder. Oh no. And second being, he's an idiot. He's the idiot that I'm thinking of when wandering outside that cold night. In other words, he's our kind of an idiot. He's an idiot. Sergio, who is this idiot you're talking about? Only Loris. This guy must be proud of a Jean-Luc Deluc guide to obnoxious French painting. He's a Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Doxney. A student, interesting. Why was he wandering about outside of the night of the murder? That's, questionable. Could tell me all about his design for Iris, but may cost us this credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is after all an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that will move him, although I cannot guarantee that is the reason. And so this unfortunate, unreliable, lucky man, what exactly was it that he saw? I don't know. Absolute no idea. I tried to extract that from you and try here in the coast. Okay, some of this youth as a witness immediately. I have no choice, do I? I believe he's in the gallery for this trial. It will not take not too long to summon him. Very well. Larry? You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for the 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please sit preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end the episode right now, right here. We're gonna hear what, in the next one, the next episode, we're gonna see and hear what Larry Buzz saw. What incredible thing he saw. Rather incredible, is more absurd, but you know, what is it? Have a lovely day. The truth is far more absurd than the fairy tale. Goodbye.